Hey YouTubies, I'm back, and this video is not going to be well, let me just get to what it is going to be. As you can see by the title, this video is a video expressing my dissatisfaction with Spirit Airlines. This video I would recommend that you highly share. I will be posting this video on every social media outlet that I have, which includes and not limited to Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Twitter, and I have 2 accounts, and as well YouTube. I have implored already my friends to share my story across Facebook, as I've already posted a status update, and I'll also be posting this video. So this video does get back to Spirit Airlines. In fact, let me take that back. I will be emailing this video back to the customer relations representative that emailed me the response to my customer complaint ticket. Let me give you the scenario. We don't want to make this all day. My son is on winter break. He lives in Michigan, in Detroit to be exact, and he wanted to come to Florida for his winter break. I purchased 2 tickets. I purchased 1 ticket on AirTran. That's a ticket from Detroit going to Atlanta. My mom lives in Atlanta, where she picked him up and drove him here to the Tampa area. I purchased a ticket, as I said, on AirTran. I like to purchase non-stop tickets, as my son is still a minor, and I prefer that he do not change planes or you know, go up and down while they maybe, you know, stop and let more people on at, you know, certain points in the route. So I do prefer that he has a non-stop flight, and he is 16, and he has flown a bunch of times by himself. So the ticket that I purchased for him to go back home, which would be this Saturday, was on Spirit Airlines. Now let me just say that I have traveled Spirit Airlines in the past, and I've never had a problem with Spirit Airlines. I also travel AirTran and Southwest. I prefer Southwest over everything, but not being in the Southwest anymore, it's kind of hard to get flights for Southwest if you're not going in that direction. So that's why I don't use them as frequently as I used to. I go on to Spirit Airlines website, and to book the ticket for him to go back home, I find one which was a fairly reasonable price. They all were expensive on most airlines, so it was a fairly reasonable price. It wasn't the most inexpensive price, but it was the only one with a non-stop flight. So, and I believe it was more than $200 for a one-way ticket from Tampa to Detroit. So I go on and I purchase, and they have a free Spirit program where they reward you with the miles that you fly with their airline. So I go on, I buy the ticket. I don't see any place to put my son's name, and I didn't even think about it. Now on AirTran's booking website, there is a place that asks you for passenger information. I remember seeing it. I put my son's name in, no problem. None of that on Spirit. So I booked the flight, not even thinking about it. So my mom catches it, and she goes, you know, this flight is in your name. I say, you know what? I don't even remember a place for them asking you for the passenger info. So I go back and look at the ticket. Sure enough, the ticket is in my name. So I call Spirit Airlines to make the change, and, you know, and give them, you know, the same story. The first call that I made was to somebody who did not speak English whatsoever. I had the worst time trying to understand this guy, and in the end, he needed to transfer me to someone else. I don't know where they outsource their customer service to, but it is definitely not in the United States. So after struggling to understand what he says, he transfers me to someone else who did sound a little bit more American, or who, let me just say, did speak English a little bit better. And they tell me that in order to make the name change, it is a $35 fee. I said, well, sir, you know, there is no place on your website to indicate the passenger's name when I book this ticket. He says, no, there is no place. When you sign up for the Free Spirit program, it automatically books that ticket in that person's name. Okay, so in order to book a ticket in my son's name, I would have to sign him up for the Free Spirit program? That is correct, ma'am. Okay, so I paid the $35 to make the name change. I believe it was $35. Might have been $55, but it was somewhere in that range. But I make the name change, get the confirmation, boom, we're off and running. At the same time, I sent an email to Spirit Airlines via their website expressing my dissatisfaction, and I got a response back from a young lady named Alicia in the customer service department, who, in my opinion, the email that I received back was not as customer oriented as I expected. Now, granted, I'm not expecting a refund of anything. I just know that that's probably not what they do. And as you see all this crap that goes on the news and stuff like that, I highly doubt that they, make some sort of restitution to customers who end up dissatisfied in the first place. But the email that I got basically was just a so sad, too bad, and I'm just looking at it here. And it says, although we empathize with your frustration, it cannot deter us from operating within our company's guidelines. We understand you may disagree with our policies and procedures. However, Spirit Airlines has found that being consistent with our policies and procedures is the only way to offer our customers an equal and fair service. Now, how can you have been offering an equal and fair service when you're telling me that a minor child should register for your Free Spirit program and agree to your terms and conditions? So, for example, if I booked a ticket for 4 people in my household, each person would have to sign up for this Free Spirit program? Even my baby, if I had one? That makes no sense. Makes no sense to me. Now, as a student of information technology with a majoring in business analysis, part of what that entails is that they are the go-between between the business side of a company and the internet and the information technology side of a company, i.e. the website and the software that they use. And so the booking software, and I noted this in my email, the booking software should have a place where it asks you, if you are under your own login, where it asks you, are you booking this ticket for someone else? And if you check yes, it can prompt you and tell you at that point they need to have their own Free Spirit program sign up or login. It can prompt you at that point. Or it can say, enter that passenger's name or whatever have you. It definitely should not be, well, so sad, too bad, everybody needs to sign up and that's just the way it is. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. Part of the business analyst's job is to find out what the end users need in order to have the best experience with your company. And I saw last week on Indeed.com what? A job announcement for a business analyst at Spirit Airlines. So obviously you guys are lacking in that department. And for someone, and maybe you don't know me from a hole in the wall, and you don't know my credentials or my background or anything like that. However, if someone starts talking the lingo, then I think you should pay a little bit more attention. And I don't know if this corporate customer relations person forwarded my email on to anyone else. She may not have, and if you're watching this, you may not have. I highly implore you to do so, because that portion of your website needs to be looked at. On top of that, Spirit Airlines also charges you for your carry-on bags. AirTran does not, Southwest does not. I don't know about the other airlines because I don't utilize them. But Spirit Airlines charges you at least $35 if you're not a part of their other program, the $9 Fare Club, which you have to pay $59.95 to join that. But they charge you $35 if you book it online now. Before you check in, it's $35 for a carry-on bag and an additional $30 for a check bag. If you do it during check-in, it's $40. If you do it at the gate, it's $100. Unbelievable. They're nickeling and diming everyone. And on top of that, you have to pay for your seat. If you want to choose your seat in advance, you pay a price for that. Seriously, Spirit? Seriously. So now, on top of the $200 ticket that I purchased for one way, which includes all these taxes and gas fees and security fees and all of that, you charge me $35 for a freaking carry-on bag, and if I wanted to choose his seat, I would have to pay another $25, $30 for that. It's ridiculous. It's definitely ridiculous. And you may not do anything with this video, but I want you to know it's ridiculous, and I will spread the word. I will no longer use your service. No longer. I've already gotten one response saying that they have been boycotting you for 3 years, and I will continue to spread this message. I will ask everyone to share this video and spread the word, because that is the only way. By not patronizing these corporations, it's the only way that we get them to listen to us who are spending the money. They sit there and make the money. They make the money, but this is the only way that we would get them to listen to us, the ones who are spending our hard-earned money. Otherwise, without any action, they'll continue to do it. They'll continue to do it over and over. So here is my form of action. I'm starting this. I'm sending it everywhere that I know, and I will no longer use Spirit Airlines. I ask you to do the same. My fellow YouTubies, Google Plusers, Facebookers, Twitterers, or Twitter folks, or however, Instagram, whoever and whatever. I will be sharing this video. So on that note, I ask all of you guys to have a great day. It's a sunny day here in Florida. I'm gonna go do some things. Have a good one.